Now, Bayo, since I know Victor, this Bayo, you are the only newbies in class. Okay, nice. I think Victor, you might learn from this. Right? I think Ejiro might be aware of what we're trying to do today. I want to like take you guys into logical calculations. Okay,
Okay.
logical calculations, because sometimes in the real world there you might need to like do something, and I wish that was here because he had the same challenge, and he kept calling me, over the week, and hope he was here. Now, logical calculations, there's no really like one direction to go in logical calculations. It's just for you to understand what you want to do and see it, and then try to find it a way to do it. Okay. And some of the calculations that I have seen, the data might be there, but they want you to like find a way. For example, let me just make up an instance, and then we can use that to like solve other challenges. So let me say, and let me bring in this curve, for example, into the view here, and let me let me see what I mean, which members we have here. No, let me look for something different. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay, all right. I think this is better. Let me bring in the number of plants into the test, for example. Now, you have all of this now, okay? Now, there might be at times where the users of the report, they are not looking for all of the data here, okay? They might want to say, okay, they want to get the total of, let's say, the plant number by core. Let's take core, for example. They want to get the total. If I add this total, let me go to analysis and add my subtotal. So now if you see that the total for core only is 556, right? 556. And then one was okay. In this 556, what is the percentage of knots of this total of 556? And they want you to get that percentage and do a whole bunch of analysis on it. They want to see that percentage across let's say all of the plants, all of the region, the states, and so on. Now, if we do like percent of total, let me change it to like percent of total. Let me do equitable calculations and percent of total. I want, so which means this one here should be 100% on its own, and they want to know the percent of knots of this total. Okay, right now this one is looking across. If I let me say, if I compute using let me compute using region. Let's say region. Okay, good. So which means if you look at this right now, core only is giving you 100%. So the percent of knots for this region is 87.1 or 87.2%. Now they want you to like hard code this calculation. So you have this 87 points. Let me write that down somewhere. So okay, let me just leave this here. They want you to hard code the calculations to get this 87.1%. Okay, and then you can start using these calculations to do a report, maybe by states, by the region, and so on. So how will you, Victor? Let me start by you. If you have a challenge like that, how will you go about it?
Okay. The question again, please.
The question is: look at what I have on the V's here now.
Yes.
The requirement is they want to get the total of the plant number for core only. Let me bring this number of plant again into the test here. Let me make this like a table. Okay. So now Now, the total, I thought I add my subtotal. Our subtotal. Okay, now the total for core only is 554.
Okay.
And you have two regions in that falls within this core region, which is the northeast and
Northeast
south
and
south.
yes.
So now the requirement is they want you to get the total of core and get the percentage of, you want to get the percentage of northeast of the total of for out of the core region here, which will now give which will be 87.1%. And then they want you to hard code that calculation because you're going to do a bunch of reports for this 87.1% here. Now they want to see which plants, what is this percentage for each plant, for the states, for the license, contractors. They want to see a whole bunch of reports of this 87.1%. Now, even though now we just did a simple viz to show this on the calculation, but if they want to view this this 87.1%, which is this 476 plant number, it will be hard for us to like dissect this number using any of this dimension to say, okay, how many states falls within 87%, how many license or contractors, whatever, by this, because right now it's just showing everything. Okay. Now, if they want to say they want to do analysis for this 87% only, they are not looking for everything, but they are looking for this 87%. So how will you go about the calculation? Now you know what you're looking for. We are looking for 87%, which falls for the north.
Northeast. Okay.
Yeah, northeast. And for you to get that percent, since northeast and south falls under core, we know that you have to get the total for the core and then get the count for the east and then do the percentage
The average
calculation to arrive at this 87%.
Yes.
So how will you go about that? It's logic. Now you can see what you want to do, but how will you go about it?
Okay.
Let me give you
I
control.
might be wrong. No, no. Let me just say what I would do. I would take that 87 point something as 100%.
No, you have to first of
No,
all write the
you can't take it as
calculation.
100%. It's the two of them that is 87.
No, what is
Not east is 87%, then south is 12. I think, are we going to find the average of the total?
No, get the requirements. The requirement is
to calculate the percentage in each of the states. In the state, in the contractor, is it not?
Let me write it out. Let me write it out this way. What's wrong with me? I close it. Hey, Drew, you are free to help out, but I want them to try first. Now, the requirement is, what is the percent of total for northeast region in the core? Simple. What is the percent of total for northeast region, in the core? So now, in the core, let's say this is the question, and you don't, let me erase all of this. No, let me open a new one so we can easily. Now, let's say you don't know what they are looking for, but they just ask you to provide these reports. And then so let's say, what is the percent of total of this Northeast region in the core, and I said, give us a report on that. A report by, let's see, plant number, report by plant number, okay, and you know, they want to see it by, they want to see that percent broken down by the contractor. Contractor and location, yeah, okay, location. And then they also want to see that maybe by state and so on. So now, but the first thing is for you to get this percentage of total and then build a report that that shows this percentage across the plants, the contractors, the location, and so on. So how will you go about trying to get what you're looking for before you start calculating? You want to like do like a rough viz of what you want to do, which is what I did here. So for me, the way I will go about it is, okay, they want to see this, the percent of total of for Northeast region in the core. I must say, okay, this is my core here. I bring him, drag it here. So this is the core. Then region, where's my region? Right here, I drag it here. Oh, okay, now I know that Northeast here, if you look here, we have Northeast in the exception, we have Northeast in the relocate, and we have Northeast in terminate. But right here, they are looking for the Northeast in the core only. And they want to know what is the percent of total. So which means we're going to get the total for the core, and then get the total for Northeast, and then get the percentage of it. A very simple calculations if you know how to loop calculations. So I'll just simply bring in a number of plants in here. So, and I'll change this to percent of total. You know, I'll do like a rough viz, and I'll come here. I'll say, okay, I want you to compute this calculation using the core region. So now, it's not giving percent of total. Let's use the region. Let me use region. Okay, so now you're going to give me 100% for each region. Then I can bring this plant here again, just to see the number side by side and see if the percent is right. So for me, what they are looking for here from the requirement is this 87%, because they say what is the percent of total for Northeast in the core. So this is what they are looking for. So I have an idea of what my calculation should be. But now, how do I hard code this plant number to extract this 476 to give me this 87%, and then populate that percentage in my report, either, you know, and build a report off of that. So that's why I want you to like give it a try. It's logical calculation. How will you handle it?
Just click inside that pill, and you'll see the calculation in that pill there.
Yeah.
No, the green pill on your. No.
This one here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Expand your.
Now you can actually just drag this into your this thing here, and it will form a calculation. You can call it percent of total, right?
Yes. Well,
Okay.
if you click inside that pill too, it also shows you what the calculation is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you have to like.
No, you have named it already. If you didn't name it, you would see the calculation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can see open here.
If you go to
edit. See, I did this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Does that answer our question?
Yes.
Okay, so let me go to another. Remember, we are looking for this 87%. So if I open another worksheet right now, and I bring this here to my test, you can see it's giving me error.
drag the take it out first. Let's see what the calculation is. Okay, so you have not dragged the this calculation is valid, no?
It's valid. It's valid. So
first of all, drag the region and the core.
Just like,
the region
just like we have here.
Yes, let's see.
Okay, the region and the core is here.
You can also drag that, and so it's correct.
Okay, now, but if I want to build a report to say, okay, I want to see the percent of total for my core. If I bring this into here right now, I put this into test, it's giving me error. Let's see what the error is. Percent of total table calculation requires a field that is missing from the view. Add the region field to view to resolve. Okay, add region. So let's bring region.
And bring core also.
Okay.
No, not together. Okay, yeah, like that.
Okay, so this is what we are looking for, 87.1%. So you have to hard code the calculation. Otherwise, you'll be having this issue of this problem of error. Right now, if I remove this from the view and I remove this, I get error.
Let me see what's inside the calculated field again. I think it's just for you to write a calculation. It's a sum of.
No, look at the requirements. They want the percent of total for northeast in the core. And then once we get that percent of total, then we build a report off of that total. So what I did here was to just give us a rough estimate of what, I mean, just like a raw viz to tell us that what we are looking for. So the percent of total for northeast in the core here is 87.1%. So that is what we should get.
You write a calculator. You write a calculation.
Okay, so which means this one that we did here is not going to work.
No, it's not working.
Okay, so I'll delete this. Yep, delete, and then okay.
Create calculated field.
So I'll call this percent of total. I'll call this core northeast. Okay. So what will be the calculation? First of all, remember we want to get the total for sum for core, and you see that the core here is only for northeast.
Mm-hmm.
In the core, they have north and south.
Northeast and south.
So which means the total for core here is going to be the total combining, combining of northeast and south.
Which is 546.
546. So first of all, how do we write a calculation that gives us that 546?
It's just to add it.
Wow. That's what I want to get. I want you guys to think. You have to use the if this and this, but it's just logic here.
Okay.
I think we should use some northeast.
Look, remember what we have on the. I've given you guys a clue. This is how to like logically write a calculation without even knowing how to write a calculation. This is what we are looking. I just did like a rough viz and I arrive at what I need. They want the core and region. I mean, they want the core, and in that core here, we only have northeast and south. But they want to get, they want the percentage of total for northeast in the core. And if you look at it right here, it's 87. So how do we have code? Just look at the chart here and logically work
if
this into calculation. Okay.
Okay. Say if
Let me give you the control, Victor.
No.
No, try. Come on.
No.
Get your hands on it.
Yeah.
Who's going to write the calculation? Who's going to try?
Yeah.
Okay, if
No, don't just take the control and try it. Don't be afraid. This is learning. I want you guys to get your hand on. I wish that is said because he's the one that he has something similar like this and he's not here. All right, who's going to try?
I will not test him to come or call him.
No, I mean, if you call me, I will refer you to this video. Go and watch this video.
Let me call him and see.
No, you should be taking the control now. No,
for
call.
him to, since you have a similar distance. Anyway.
Don't worry. So, Victor, let me give you the control. Who's going to try? It's very simple. Okay, Jiro is requesting. I wanted her to okay, all right, Jiro, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just doing no.
Okay.
If number where is the number of plants here?
Remember the difference between dimension and measure. For you to get the measure, dimension is the one that will give you the right measure based on what you're seeing here. So if you say plant number is equal to this, plant number is just a measure, an aggregate measure. So that is not going to work. We are trying to get the aggregate for northeast in the core. Okay. Okay, so you are just trying to say if this is core, then core, right? Okay, go ahead.
That's to get the core first.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Then how about the region northeast in the core?
No,
Yes.
region is not. If region is equals to
the core is where you have the core.
Yeah. If region is equals to northeast, then northeast.
Okay. Now remember you have northeast in the exception and in the relocate and terminate. So this one will give you all of the northeast region, everything. But go ahead. You guys should now OJ, you guys should come up with idea. Look at what you have on your board. I give you guys a simple clue. Just go with that. Now, let me give you guys a clue in how to write a calculation. For example, I said, if they give me a requirement like this, you can see a very simple statement. What is the percentage? What is the percentage of total for northeast in the core? So to me, I found out that core is the higher granular level data. So I dragged the core here. So, and I pull in the region beside, so I can see that in my core, I have northeast and south only. Okay. Now, the first thing I would do is to say, I'm going to just loop to me. I'm not going to write different calculation. I will loop everything all together. I'll say if my core here, region here, equals to 4. That's probably right. Okay. first of all, let me put this then here. I want to show you guys something. Then give me the number of plants. So let me apply this. I'm not done yet, okay? Because now I know that my core contains the north, east, and south, right? So let me apply this and bring in this one here into the value. Now, what this should do, what this calculation should do, it should give me only this number, this 556, and give me only the number for the north, east, and south only, because I'm only hard coding this to be for core. Okay, if I put this in here, let me see what. So now you see that it's only giving me these two numbers here. That's why I say look at your viz. Sometimes if they give you something to do and you don't understand it, just try to do like a rough viz. You see that now this calculation now is giving me only the number for the northeast and south in the core, because I know that the core is of the higher granular data. Okay, but now I can just use this to say, okay, now I've gotten my calculation for all of this here, but now I want to get for this northeast only in the core. So since this 556 we divided by this, this 476 divided by this total here will give me this number, right? Because it is the percent of total of northeast in the core to make up 100%. So now I've gotten my core, okay? So I'll just put this here. Now I want to like extract only where the core is equals to core and the region is equals to northeast. So I can just copy this here. I'll just copy this, copy and paste here. I'll say if this equals to this, and now I want to specify for this northeast, okay, I will and region equals to northeast, right?
Yeah.
Northeast. Now, then give me, let me just hashtag this calculation out, because now I want to test only this. So this calculation here should only give me 476, because I'm saying if equals to core and if this region equals to northeast. Now, what this calculation will first of all do, it will look for core first. It will extract all of the data for core and then loop into the region. Since there's only one region in core, it's going to give you this 476. So let's test this one out. Let's apply this. Boom. So now it only giving me only for this 476. So I know that this calculation is giving me this 476, and this core region here is giving me all of the total for the core. So now I will not just remove this and just put like my divide top here. No, okay, I need to like finish each of these statements. So I will say if this equals to this, then give me this number of plants here, okay, and then divide this by the if this is equals to core. So I will now put another if statement here. Let me put space here. If core equals to this, then give me this plan. What is it? Okay, I need to put an end for this statement here because there are two different statements. So I'm saying here that if this core is equals to this core here, and this region equals to this region here, give me this plant number end. That's a statement on its own. And now I divide these two by the by D to say if this is equals to core, then give me this plant number. That's all I'm saying here. So if I click OK now, I should get like error here. And let me bring this percentage here into my view test. It's giving me 46 point something. It shouldn't be. If this call equals to this, then give me plant number. If call, let me put this in sum. We were okay just now. What's the error here again? Alamis aggregates and non-aggregates.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this should give us what we want. Let me remove this. So if this is equal to core and this should give us the 476 and divide this. This is what we want. Let me put this into, let me format this to see what's going on. Format and give us percentage of this.
1 decimal place.
Yeah, so what we will write here, I think something, let me see what is wrong. And it's showing us valid. Let me, so this is giving us all of the total for this. Okay.
Yes,
That's a function.
it makes sense that it will give the total because you are saying if core is equals to core, and the entire distance there is core.
So, but this is working. So it is okay. There's another way I can go around it. Since I know what's going on. I know it's a level of detail calculation. So since if you look at this number of plants, we are counting this this number of plants here, right? So since this calculation is giving me some kind of is valid, but it's giving me some kind of stuff. This number of plants here, this is what we counted here. So I'm just going to like remove this number of plants and do the count afresh. I'll say then give me what this plant number. I'll put this plant number here. So I'll just tell it count it. So I will wrap this function in count. I'll say count D, all of this. I'll just wrap it. I'll wrap it because in this number of plant, we are counting those plant ID. So let me wrap this. This is this. So this one has also give us this 476. So let me count. It's going to break the calculation, and then let me go back and bring it in. If count D, or let me use counts. What do we count to get this plant number? It's plant name, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right. So I'm using count D. All right. So now this is right now. Counts. If this is so, it's giving us the same thing and giving us 0 for all of the everything. So here I will do the same thing here. Let me start this out to test my code. I'll do the same thing here. I'll say count. So instead of using my number of plants here, I'll just bring in this plant name. I'll do my counting again, and then wrap this in that in count. So if we test this now, this should give us this 546. Okay, so it's counting everything 546. So now I will now just put my division. So okay, say divide this. Okay, divide all of this count by this, and let's apply. Okay, good. So if I come back here right now, where's that second sheet? All right. Let's test our code here. If I drag this out and I bring this into my test right here, so it's giving us exactly that, what we wanted. So if you format this and make it percentage, you should have what you need, percentage. So it's giving us 87.118. If we come back to, if we look at what we have here, let me delete this sheet. If we come back in here, we have 87.118. If you check here, 87.118. It's just like logically. Now, the reason why that first one that we wrote didn't quite, even though it's valid, it didn't give us what we need, because I needed to use an LOD calculations, which is something different. But again, this will be the way I will approach it. I'll do my counting and wrap it up. So, but basically, what I'm trying to get you guys to get to is, you have to have code to say, if this is this, look at what you have on the V's, count the number of plants. If core is equals to core here, that will give you this total here. And then the total count, you have to divide it by where this core is equals to core and region, because that's what's giving you this 470 something, and do your division. That will give you the percentage.
So if you had used count D, what
no,
will happen?
Count D is different here. I think let me show, if I bring you this number of plants here right now, where's that number of plants? If I bring it in here right now,
the plant name, no, that you take the plant name. That's no number of plants.
that is what we counted to give us this plant, right?
Okay.
That's what we did. So let me do, I don't know what that count D was giving us just one, maybe it's counting the core region there. If I do count D, let me see what will happen here. Count D of this plant name here. Remember, count D will give you unique value. Okay, so it should give us a unique count for each of these plants. Okay, fine. Let me, where is that calculation? Let me drag this here. So it's giving us 97.
Okay.
Okay, 97. So basically, each of these is I have one, whatever, we just want each 97. And if I bring in this number of plants here, we see that we have a lot of number of plants. So I think we must have used something different to count in this when we did our table prep. Okay. So what that is doing, I need to find out what we counted to get this number of plants. It should have been unique ID, which is 97, right? Or maybe we just did counts in this. But whichever way, if you are using count D, it's still going to be the same thing. Okay, if you are using count D, let me see. Let me change it to count D and see. Okay, this is count D right now. Okay, if I remove this and I bring in my core here, and I bring in my region here. No. And I bring in my region here. So we have two plants in Northeast. If this is the correct answer, I mean, if this is the correct count, okay, I was trying to match up what we have in the calculation, because we have 476 there. But if the count D is the right one that I want to use, so basically you want to, if you add your total here, let's do our percent of total. So it should be our percentage here should be 2 divided by 3. So which means the percentage should, let's change it to percent of total. And let's go change the calculation to compute along region. So which means we should have 66.7% because 2 divided by 3. So if this is your correct calculation, then all you have to do is let me duplicate this, okay, that calculation, and just go back to your calculation here and do count D here, count D, and do count D. I have to do, if I click OK right now, and remember we have 66.6% here. If I bring this, let me clear this. If I bring this new calculation into feed here, we're going to have 66.7%. So if it changes to percentage, that's what you have. See, 66.7%, 66.7%. So if count is the right one, it doesn't matter. You don't have to change the function. If count is the right one, you have to change the function. But the reason why I use count there is because the number that we have here is this 476. You get it?
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Any question? It's just logic. There is no book for you to go open to say this is how I want to do. It's logic. If you don't know, for example, if they ask you to they are looking for some calculation, first of all, the easiest way, drag those fields that will give you the answer into your worksheet and try to visualize them to see what they are doing there. And then from there, take it further. Okay, let's take another instance, okay? And now, again, from this one now, you can start building your reports. You can build your report. So you can say, okay, what is this percentage for by the contractors? So only one contractor, which is Birch, falls within that region. Boom. You can say, okay, you want to build a report, let's say by states. Okay. So you can see that all of this calculation is coming from Pennsylvania. Maybe the core location is this northeast is from Pennsylvania. So you can see that only Pennsylvania is contributing to that 100%. Probably there's something here.
Mississippi is Mississippi in northeast. It's not in northeast. So
it's not in northeast, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it just what is showing here. I'm just using this. I mean, you might find out why it's giving 0%. Let's see. Is there some number there? Let's increase the percentage decimal place to see what's going on. Okay, so there's nothing there. Okay, and you can let's see what we give us by what other factor can we use to visualize this? Architect engineering, okay, only Beach Camp, which year was this? So you can see that, okay, the capacity for each year remains the same, doesn't make no difference, but you can start building a report up of this. That's just my
so each time you put any requirement there, it gives you
it gives you what
you're looking for.
Yeah. Again, if you let's go back to our playbook, our play worksheet. This if I bring in my state right here now, let's bring in the states into this region here. So you can see that Pennsylvania is okay. I can see why it's bringing Mississippi, because Mississippi is there, but it's not pulling it from that calculation. Remember, we are doing only the percentage of total. So this northeast here is in Pennsylvania. That's why it's giving you that Pennsylvania, even though Mississippi have some value here, but we are not looking at that value. Okay. So you can see that this northeast is pulling from the state of Pennsylvania. That's why it's giving you that Pennsylvania. Okay. Okay. Now,
does it mean you're going to do it separately for each of the entities here? Like,
no, look at the requirements.
I know I'm talking about the sheet, because if you were to like put everything in one sheet, I feel it will look funny.
Yeah, you can. I'm just using that to demonstrate. Okay, you don't have to do everything in one place. You don't have to. I'm just demonstrating that how you can visualize your data. Okay.
Which means you do one for location.
Yeah, location, and then
and the number of plants separately on different sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Or is there a way you can put everything on one sheet?
No, you can't. No. If you have like 4 different requirements, like say the one for state, just do it piece by piece in a worksheet, then bring them together in a dashboard.
Okay.
You know. But there are some instances where you want to like do two dimensions since it's just one measure. But again, it depends on how you know how you want to do what you want to do. But just stay with the simplest, do each worksheet.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now let's take another scenario. Logic. Let me clear this. But do we understand what I did here?
We understand, but I have to go through it again to really like catch up.
Okay.
No, Professor, I don't.
Okay. We're trying to see how we can logically write a calculation to arrive what we want to do. And I said that, let's say we have this requirement here that they're asking you what is the percentage of total for Northeast region in the core. So now the users, they are not looking for everything. They are looking for a particular number, okay, and they want to build a report off of that. So they've told you they are looking for the percentage of total for the Northeast in the core. So in the core, first of all, this is the core here, and this is the region. So for me, I said the way I'll try to like go about it is, first of all, I'll drag these measures into my visuals. Okay, this is the region we have 4 regions: Northeast, Midwest, South, and West. And I'll bring in my core here. Okay, you can see that in my core here, I have different core in Northeast and so on. So since core is my higher granular level, I will just rearrange this. Okay, I'll bring this into the front. Okay, now. So now we know that in core, we have Northeast, South only in the core. So what the users are looking for to say, okay, what is the plant? How many plants do we have in this core region? First of all, that will give you the total number of the plant by core. Now they want to know what percentage is Northeast contributing to all of the total plants in core. That's what they're asking for. So you have to like do like a simple worksheet visualization. That's the way I would go. People that know how to write their calculation can just go ahead and blah, 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 write their calculation. A lot of times, they come back trying to troubleshoot. But for me, I try to like just allow my data to walk me through what I want to do. So I'll bring in this number of plants here. We've counted this number of plants here. So this is telling us that in the core region here, we have 476 for Northeast. Okay, so to get the percentage of total for Northeast here, how do we go about it? What is the calculation? It's going to be the count of Northeast divided by the total number of plants in the core, right? That will give us the percentage. And if you add in the core only, if you add these two together, 476 plus 70, that will give you the total number of plants in the core here. That was why I went in here to try to see I just add my subtotal in the field. So I know that we have 546 plants in the core region only. So now for me to get the percentage of total for Northeast only, I have to divide 476 by 546. That will give me the total percentage. Now, the users want you to get that percentage here and do a report off of that, do a report. Now, the way this is right now, you cannot just start visualizing because you are showing all of the data. The users are not looking for all of the data. You can also do like over the worksheet filter to say, okay, since they are looking for core only, you can come here and say filter your data, and here you only need only core. Click apply. So now you know that we are looking for this total. Okay, now so what is the total of total percent of this? You can use a calculator to like, so okay, let me do my calculation. 476 divided by this 554. So for me, I don't need to use my calculator because I can just go in here and do percent of total just to give me an idea. So I know that the percent of total for Northeast here is 87.18. That is the number that I'm looking for. Some people might say, okay, they just want to like do like shortcut. Okay, what if I just filter out what I need in the filter without writing a calculation? But that will not work, because if you remove South here now, you're going to have 100% for Northeast, because that is the only data there. For example, let's click on this and click exclude. So see, it's going to give you 100%, because now that calculation is calculating against itself. What is the percentage of 1? Is 100%, right? It's 100%. So 100% of something itself is 100%. So this will not work. So for us to get this calculation here, we have to hard code the calculation that will give us only this 87.18, which was what we did here. Okay, and I said sometimes if you are counting the number without using an LOD, Tableau will give you aggregate and non-aggregate function. And the way I've been able to get around that is what I did here. So instead of me to say, okay, give me this count of this, I'll just include, okay.
Excuse me, Prof.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Prof. What's the LOD you just mentioned, if I may ask, please?
Level of detail.
It's a level of detail calculations. Okay, we will get there. We will be into that tomorrow. It's like there are basically 3 types.
The line is breaking. Level of detail. Did I get you correctly, please?
Yeah, level of details.
Yes,
LOD, level of details. So in Tableau, there are level of details, which is we have the fix. Okay, we have the include. We have the include, and we have the exclude. Okay. The way level of detail work is just to tell Tableau how to do the calculation. To say, okay, look at this data here, okay, and give me the sum of, let's say, sum of, we do plants? Let's see if we can do plants. It's going to work, That does it. You can say, well, this one is say exclude division and give me the sum of plant. Exclude means don't include division in this calculation. That's what exclude means. If I use the function called include, I'm telling Tableau to like include this division in this calculation and give me the sum of plants. If I use the word fix, it's just fix is saying, okay, stay at the detail level of division and give me the sum of this. Okay, these are the 3 level LOD. We will go through it tomorrow and explain it. For those of us that have been in class, we've done this before. Okay, you are not going to be using this all the time, but sometimes if you are writing some calculations and you know, you're not really getting what you need, sometimes just do a level of duty calculation, especially when you do like a count. You see count D and account. If you want to like pass that field into further calculations, you start having errors to say cannot mix aggregate and non-aggregate.
Please, when
Yeah? Hello?
no, I was going to say, I said when you are saving this video, can you save it as calculation?
Yeah, okay, I will. Okay, I will. But we have other videos already, the ones that we've done before, but I will save this, okay?
Okay.
All right, but we're gonna go into LOD tomorrow and do some practice. It's not hard. It's not hard. Okay, it's not hard to use, but there are fix, include, and exclude. Okay, and we'll work some scenarios on when to use this. Okay. But now let's first of all get the logic calculation here. Okay, how to like do some logic. But do we understand how we got here? Is it Jiro still here?
Yes.
Gigi, why are you quiet?
Yeah, I'm
Don't
learning.
don't abandon me now. You know, you know.
Yeah.
So sometimes if your dimension is like is coming from count and you want to pass that dimension into a calculation, you're having error that like we have to see aggregate and non-aggregate. Don't stress yourself. It's because of the LOD. Probably want you to like instruct him how to calculate that, but just see yourself, just use it. Whatever number that you are counting to arrive at that measure, just bring it in here like we did. Say, if this is this, then give me the plant number, wrap it in count or count D. It will still give you the same thing. Okay. Now let's do another scenario. OJ, I know you didn't join us when we started this. Okay. Let me clear this. All right. Division. Let me
Thank you.
show. Okay. All right. This is the division. Okay. And let me see. Let's bring the core here. Good. Now let's say we have. You guys are going to do this. Okay. What is the percentage of total for Middle Atlantic? For Middle Atlantic, okay, excluding terminates. What is the percent of total for Middle Atlantic, excluding terminates? Terminate core, or let me visualize, it can give you guys, or you can say core terminates, doesn't matter. OJ, I'm going to give you my control, give you the shots. You just do nonsense, okay? So basically, we want to count the total number of plants, okay, where it is Middle Atlantic, and we have to exclude terminates from the Middle Atlantic. So this is what they want. Yeah, if I bring in this plant here again, so they want, let me do the analysis again. So we have the subtotal, so you can see what we want. So in the Middle Atlantic, there are 1750 plants in there. Okay, so then I say, what is the percentage of total of Middle Atlantic? Okay, over everything here, but in this Middle Atlantic, they don't want you to include terminate. So if we add the total number here, if we add the colon grand total, so we have 8,246. So now, what are we looking for? This Middle Atlantic, everything here, 1750 minus 42 divided by this grand total here. That's what is the percentage of total. So if we let me change this to percent of total, for example. Percent of total. Let's compute this using Atlantic, because Atlantic is our core. So which means here, no, let me do this. It doesn't make no sense. Yeah, let me just leave it this way. So basically what you're looking for is this total count here. Okay, use that to divide the total for Middle Atlantic, but don't include terminate in that total. So what will be our count? Do like a rough calculation with a calculator here. Everybody do it. The total count of Middle Atlantic, not including terminate, divided by 8,046. What would that give to you? So basically, it's like 21%. So that's 20.7%, which is 21%. That is what we should be having in our calculations, and then we can do a report on that.
20.7.
Exactly. So how we go about writing that calculation? Who's going to lead? OJ, I'm giving you my control. Okay. And Victor and Ejiro.
The percentage is actually 20.713%.
Huh? Is what?
The percentage is 20.713%.
Exactly. So now we want to write a calculation that return that 20.71%, so that we can now use that to build reports. So how will you go about writing the calculation? I've given you my control. Go ahead. You guys should help him, okay? Speak up, OJ.
OJ is the one you gave your cursor to.
Yeah, so I want you to speak as you are doing. Let the rest help you, okay?
Yeah.
I will say count D if.
Excuse me.
I said count D. Okay, you can do the if first before if no. Just do what you were doing before. Then maybe later you now add the count. If call.
Hold on.
Ejiro, good evening.
Good evening, no.
I did bring your leg come out.
Hold on, let me turn it.
First of all, again, look, we just did like a rough workbook, so to give us an idea of what we want. Okay, so you can just try to use what you have here to write a calculation. Start with the first granular or the first grouping data. If division, we are looking for where division is equals to Middle Atlantic, but we don't want to include terminate in it. All right, I'm giving you guys 10 minutes. Ejiro, please help out. Victor, help out. Bayo,
Yes,
you're not
sir.
talking now, please.
I'm talking. I'm trying to. Since you said we're not going to include terminate, if
Yeah, so you guys should work together. Tell me, happy back.
Exception relocate equals Mid-Atlantic.
Is it OJ that has the control?
Yes.
Okay.
Equals
I'll
4. Oh, shit.
No, it can be equal score again.
Or if division.
okay. I'm sorry. What are you trying to do?
Okay, what he said is the Middle Atlantic,
You know, Middle Atlantic comprises of
core,
the core, exception, relocate, terminate. But right now, we want to, terminate, which is equals to
So
42
we should take
is out of the picture.
Take out terminate. So can we say if division? No, if
The rest is what we actually need to work on without, putting into consideration terminate, which is also
Okay. First of
part
all,
of it.
let's get the first granular one. So do if division is equal to Middle Atlantic. No.
is equal to
If what?
if division.
If you put it
If
this way,
division.
that if division equal mid-Atlantic, then core. What about that one?
If you say okay,
If
but how will
division,
if division equals to mid Atlantic, like you said, then core, but
No, if division equals to mid-Atlantic, then number of
plants.
number of what? What's that? Number of plants here.
Mhm.
Let's try that first.
the terminate will still be there.
We're trying to get the denominator first.
If division equal mid-Atlantic, then number of plants.
Yes.
Mid-Atlantic.
Middle Atlantic.
Middle, yeah. No, middle.
You see the spelling on the screen.
Middle.
It should be in cap. It should start. The middle should start with capital letter, and you quote it.
It should be in quotes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You check whether the door was locked. Check whether the door was locked.
Then core.
No, then number of plants.
Oh, sorry. Then
Yes, then. See your then. Change your then.
No.
Yeah.
Take it back.
Delete from the end. Then to know.
Okay. Yeah, you can pick
function,
from.
Then
okay, delete
number of plants.
No, delete the
Yeah.
end.
Then number of plants in quotes.
Delete the end so that you just click on the function. Okay, and then
The number of plants in quotes.
No, number of plants is not in quotes.
It's not going to be in quote. Okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Just drag the number of plants from the measures pane there.
Now showing.
No.
It's by your left.
The tables.
Drag
Just drag it in. No, you were on it. Just drag it in. Yeah. Remove the remove that off. Off. There's off there. You have then off number of plants. Remove the off. Then end it. Let's see whether it is valid.
end.
Now click on name it. Name the
Valid.
drag it
Have
to
to edit it.
That's it.
drag it to the text. Let's see if it gives us that total number that we're looking for.
Take text.
Yep. Is it giving us the total number?
Yeah.
No, are you sure?
It's giving you. First of all, try to make this.
It's like replicating the exact thing here.
The number that is there.
No,
Mhm.
Okay.
make it a table so you can see side by side. But for example, hold on, just drag this into this place here. That will make it a table. So now it's giving you. So you guys are on the right track, right? Because you want to first of all extract all of the Middle East. So which is what you guys did now. So this is right. It's giving you.
It's only the terminate that is not included.
But now you see, you are still including the terminate.
Yeah, we'll subtract it.
No, the terminate is not included.
It's
No,
included.
Did not
Let's
include
edit.
it.
Let's edit the calculation and see.
Okay.
Bring edit the calculation. There is the drop down to edit. Let's see if we can less minus terminate also.
No, just click it, the drop down in front of it. In
Middle
front of the
Atlantic
yeah,
by the side. That arrow that is
the
drop
drop
down.
down. Yeah.
Edit.
Edit.
So if division equals to Middle Atlantic, can we say minus
If you put it minus
terminate?
terminate, if division equal mid
If
Atlantic
division minus terminate, right?
equals mid Atlantic. Yeah, if division minus terminate equal mid Atlantic, then number of plants.
Yeah, you're going to quote it. No, terminate.
Terminate.
Okay.
You quote it.
No, it's not
This
valid.
the calculation is now valid.
Click on it. Let's see what it says. Can subtract value from string.
From string value.
And subtract string
Terminate is
value
string,
from
and mid
using
Atlantic is string.
Can subtract
See,
string.
do if division
You guys can go online and look for the sources. I mean, try it. I want you guys to get this. But what you guys did now is not going to work because you cannot.
because we're calling it.
Yeah, you are calling it. Remember that terminate is where? Where is that terminate populating
It's
from?
in Mid-Atlantic.
it's also part of the mid-Atlantic.
No, remember this Mid-Atlantic here is coming from this division here, and this as terminate is pulling from the core.
Can I take control?
Okay, all right, good.
Professor, what you said we can go online for
You can look for resources online.
Or
On this one?
resources?
Yeah, you
As
can
in,
go learn
do
it.
you mean on how to calculate?
Yeah, you
Do you
can
mean
go.
on how to calculate this?
For example, for me, and everybody
Right,
do
how
it.
to subtract an entity. Is it an
Exactly. You can say how to subtract a member of a field from the whole field. Just something like that. And you see a whole lot of resources online. I still do it up to now. I still go online and look for resources. I still go on Tableau Forum to ask questions. I told you guys last month when I had a very difficult
Ejiro,
task.
yeah, like Ejiro is getting it.
Absolutely, she's on it. Yeah,
She got it.
but now she's putting it in the wrong place.
I know.
Mm.
Division.
So I explained to them what you're doing.
Okay.
It's
So
not equals to. That's it. Yeah, not that
if
much.
division is everything here, and core is not, we're taking out terminate. This
Yeah.
greater and less than is the same thing as not. Is not terminate. Then we would say
Middle Atlantic.
no. We say number of plants.
Number
Oh,
of plants.
no, sorry. Yeah, you got it. That's it.
Good, excellent.
So
That's
second
it.
Mm.
So it's remove you apply
Yeah,
it.
Division.
It's actually from core. So that's what he's saying. If core is not in, if terminate is not among it, you know. Okay.
Total number of plants.
You are
Okay.
saying, give me where division is called Middle Atlantic, and it's not core. That's what the greater than or equals to sign is. Say where it's not core, then give me the number of plants. Now you have this, but now how do we get the percentage of this over everything?
We'll now say divide by.
Okay.
Is it if or else?
Divide
Huh?
by.
Is
No,
it
we are
if
going
or
to divide
else?
by all of them. Divide by.
Is
No,
division.
no. What I'm saying that instead of him using if, is it else?
Oh, because we have the division, we're writing another if statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
This if statement has ended here.
Yes.
So we are starting another if statement here.
Now, but they want you to divide it by everything,
Everything. Yeah.
the total. So know what you're doing. Okay, go ahead. If that's how you want to solve it.
1 minute, please. Let me just let me get that.
Okay. Okay.
What's the total now? If division divided by.
If division is equals to divided by. Can you say divide by division?
No.
What is it that you want to do now?
Who said no?
Divide by total division also.
Some.
Some division.
No,
Then-
but if we add some, it will say aggregate and non-aggregate.
Yes.
We want to get this total number here. Someone asked, what are we trying to do? We're trying to get this total number here.
But remember, you already have a count of number of plants. You are saying, look at your calculation, which is right. If this equals to this, then give me the number of plants. So you can just say divide it by the number of plants, because number of plants is
number of plants, yes.
is everything. And your hash from only work in SQL. In Tableau, you have to use the /
Forward slash, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, wow.
Ejiro has become SQL guru, so you guys can consult her if you need help in
Is that
SQL.
so? Ejiro, I forgot they ask you questions now. I forgot
There's consultation fee. It's not free.
No, wow. Now we.
Okay, so now
really
let's
heavy.
test this and see if it works. So now just go to another worksheet and bring in
It
that
does.
calculated field on its own. So I still giving you that sum, but go back in there now and
So we're not going to use count in this case.
no. First of all, you have to make sure that it's working.
Okay.
That calculation should give us 21% or 20.07 plus. You can see, for example, hold on. If I go here now, wait. I go in here now, I'm bringing that calculation here into test. You see, it's giving me the whole total. That's because we did not use an LOD. Okay. Another way that I can do it, let's see. You can also do it in another way. So since this one, let me edit this. Since this count here is giving you what you need, okay, let me hashtag this out here and click OK. This should give you 708 here. So you can now write another calculation to say this this one here divided by the total number of plants. It will still give you the same thing. But let's see if this is working. If I drag this in here, I put it into test. So it's still giving me the same thing. That's because we didn't pass in any level of details, even though it's valid. So that was why I changed my calculation the other time to say, okay, is it the same thing that we did before? I mean, is it the same thing that you are doing now that we just did here? But for me, I just say, come on. I just say, let me, instead of me using this number of plants, I'll just say, give me the plant number. So it's like I'm rewriting that count afresh. Give me this plant. Okay, but I will not wrap this in the count D. Let's use the count for now. Okay, I will wrap this in counts. So this is basically the same thing that we did. Come on. This is basically the same thing that we did here in this count, but because of the issue I'm having now, it's not working. So I have to like do my calculation around. So I'll now say here, what would this now be?
Plant that is count of plant name unit.
Exactly, because it's the same thing. What's the error we're having? Okay, I'm putting this parenthesis in the wrong place. I have to wrap this in here.
After end.
Yeah. So now this is basically, so if I click on this right now, you're gonna give me error. I have to like remove this. Let me remove. I was just testing. Where's the calculation?
Window Atlantic.
Let me see. Is that the one that we edit? Yes. So I can just bring this in here and click test. So it is giving us that amount.
Format.
Yeah, you can go to format and just change it to percentage, or you can even just change it here. If you go to this calculation, let's say you want to use this field as percentage. So instead of you formatting all the time, you can come to the data source property here, go to the property, and go to number formatting and just do percentage. So every time you use this, it's just going to be percentage. You don't have to format again. It's going to give you percentage.
Okay.
Any question? OJ, do you understand? You did well. You were on it. Okay, you were on it. And if we have moved ahead of that
Still learning,
body,
boss.
yeah, okay. But again, it's just logic. Look at what you want. Okay, now let's do the simple one here. And OJ, I want you to do this. Okay, I want you to do this. If I bring in state here, I want to give me the number of, let me bring this plant here. Okay, I want you to give me everything here, the count of plant number, where it does not include Wisconsin. You see what Ejiro did? So can you now apply that to like, okay, let me use her logic into this. Okay, let me show the total number again. If I say, okay, it's not showing. If I say, okay, give me all of the total number of plants that we have, but exclude Wisconsin from that count. So it's going to be all of this minus 56. So how are you going to do it? So I'm going to give you the control. Okay.
I have to create the calculated field.
Yes.
Um,
Bayo, help him out because I'm going to come to you next.
Yeah. Go and create the calculator if you create it. Click in new. No? Yeah. If states, we want to exclude
states.
Wisconsin.
We want everything, but we don't want to include Wisconsin in the calculation.
Wisconsin and Wisconsin
No, Wisconsin is not going to be there. That means if states
is
equals
56. States
equals number of plants plus.
No.
I made a mistake. I pressed plus instead of equals to number of plants.
Number of plants.
Plants here.
Number of plants is down.
If state is equal to number of plants, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get to
that means you are, if you do if state
number
is
of
equal
plants.
to number of plants, you are trying to compare the two of them to say if this is in this place, that's what you're trying to do, which is wrong. We want everything, but excluding Wisconsin from that calculation.
I think it's if state equals to core.
Number, if state equals to
core.
Okay, go ahead, try it. If you work, we will see. Go ahead.
Including.
I'm not sure.
Maybe I'm wrong. If state equals
again, look at your dashboard. We want everything, but we don't want Wisconsin in the total sum. So if you do your calculation very well, if I exclude Wisconsin right now, for example, let me exclude Wisconsin.
We'll be left with 1,100 and
no 8,190.
800. Okay, yeah, 8,190.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. So now
everything here is core, is it not?
No, everything is not core. Everything is number of plants.
We are not looking for core or not core now.
Excuse me.
Requirements. We are looking for all
everything is the number of plants.
Okay, which means
and we want to take away Wisconsin from that. So if state is not equal to Wisconsin.
Exactly. That's why I said, look at what Ejiro did, how she was able to like use that sign to exclude just one member and apply it to here. The reason why I'm saying is because sometimes you have to go on and copy code and just edit it to what you want to use for. I do it all of the time. I do it all the time. I don't have the code or everything in my head. sometimes I have to go outside and copy code, bring in, but just edit it to point to what I want to use it for.
So if state is not equals to Wisconsin, the number of plants.
Exactly. That will give you the
Exactly.
answer.
Okay.
If state is not equals to,
Wisconsin. I use those two arrows. No,
No.
use those two. What do you call them now? That
Greater
arrowhead.
and less than,
Less
and greater than.
and greater than.
honestly, I don't even, my
You shift
Let-
where you
keyboard is not even responding to that. I've tried to use it the way Kiro did it.
Oh, okay.
The keyboard is
keyboard
not
is not-
responding to that.
Okay, all right. So let me help you out here. Okay.
You did it just now. Yeah,
Yeah, I did it.
thank you. If state is not
Wisconsin.
equals to
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Did I get the spelling correctly? No.
Capital this thing.
Wis-
Capital
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
you will call it nice quotes.
If
Quote
state
it.
is not equals to
You
Wisconsin.
will quote it.
Okay, quote it.
The number of plants. Go and carry it from. Okay.
End. Tab end.
It says it's valid.
Apply and see. Just click
Let's
apply.
see.
No, apply.
You
So
didn't
put
do
the
your
calculation to your
calculation.
field
You
now.
didn't do it. Just
Okay, you have to put it in test.
Just drag it and put inside. No, for you to make
Inside
it like
where?
a table. Inside where you have those numbers.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah. It will make a table for you automatically. Yeah, drop it there. So it will make a table for you and compare.
Exactly, it's correct.
It showed the update 8190.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now, if you look at Wisconsin in your calculation, Wisconsin is great. I mean, it's blank. Nothing is there.
So it's to divide it now.
No, I'm just
Factored out of it.
no need to divide. I just asked her to like give me the count where it's not that. Excellent. Bayo, your
Yeah.
turn. I'm giving you the control.
Okay.
But OJ, you getting the
Thank you,
idea,
everyone.
right?
The drift.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, just like how
Oga
to,
Lucky.
yeah.
Now make person the crack in brain to or understand this logic. You know, say Ejiro don't become
Yes.
guru now.
Guru,
Yeah.
Guru, Ejiro.
But you have to practice it. Well, she wasn't like this few months ago, but she put in the effort. Now it's a lot simpler for her. That's why I'm pushing you logic, because there's no book that you can open to say, okay, how do I do this? But just to be able to like use the function you have to arrive at what you need. That is just your logic function. Okay. Bayo, are you ready?
Yeah.
You have the control except you give it to
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Bayo, hold on. Let me do something. Hold on. Relax, okay? I want to bring this thing. Let me bring in. Where is that call?
Yep.
Okay. Now, I want you to give me the average of plants, okay? Where, no, let me just use the core, for example. Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay, let me use the region, for example, for now. Okay, give me the average of plants. Okay, where core is exception. Okay, and where region is only Midwest and Northeast. And I want the average of average number of plants. You guys can work together. Okay, average plants. Okay, for exception, not including
South and west.
yeah, not including south and west. We have 10 minutes. You guys work.
So,
You have to talk. Let the class know what you
we are looking for the average plants per section.
Calculation 2. Would you please help me rename it?
It's okay. Don't worry. You can rename it once you on your own work. Don't worry.
Okay.
But always have the attitude of naming your calculation, your worksheet, and everything you do.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
We only include the Midwest and
Northeast.
And Northeast.
Where core is exception. Okay, let me pick my mom's call, so go ahead. Let me mute this so I don't interrupt you guys.
I see the question again, please. Can you pop it up?
The average of core.
The average of core.
Average
plant.
Average plant where
so you should say if region is
if region is Midwest and Northeast.
No, if region
Prof, can we see the
exception? If exception.
Can you pop up the question on Word? Yes.
Average of plant for exception, not including South and West.
No. If core equals to exception, Abby?
No. I will have put it this way, that if region equals Midwest and Northeast.
Okay.
First of all, we're supposed to get the exception, right?
Yeah.
So let's do exception first.
Exception.
Do the first grain first.
Yeah, if exception is equals to.
If exception. No, if core is equal to exception.
Or in quotes.
No.
You don't have to quote core.
Okay, I can just drag it then.
It's there already.
If core equals.
Now you quote exception.
You need to put space between it.
Yeah.
You quote it.
Exception, please.
Okay. Should be
number of plants.
Number of plants. The number of plants.
There you go.
You remove that quote. No, there's a, yeah, that one. Okay, so that gives us everything. Now we want to take away, what are we taking away?
The south and west.
Okay, so no, don't divide it here.
Else?
No. This, if you do apply and you drag it to the
No, it's not valid. Write the end first. Let him write the end.
okay, write the end. Okay, so apply and drag it to the screen. You will see that it's giving us everything, Abby.
Yes.
Okay, so drag it to text. Make it a table. Go to show me. Okay, so it's giving us everything. Now we want to take away
South and west.
South and
not
west.
huh?
South and west.
Okay, so go back and edit the calculation. Not there,
Not.
on the other side. Mhm. Okay, so now everything is this. We want to take away south and west.
South and west.
So we'll do if core, not, you're not typing again, no.
No.
Inside
Go
that
to where
calculation
core
that
is.
we have,
Okay.
if core is equal to exception and region,
In quotes.
no,
No, no
you are
code.
calling the field. Yeah, you can drag it from there. And region. And region is, we
Not
either do
equal
is
to.
equal to or is not equal
No,
to. So
not equal to.
not equal to.
South.
South and west.
No, not or west or not. Okay, you first do not equals to south equal.
And do south. No, call it well. You call it as you see it on the screen.
It's more
Because
like
if you don't, if you use capitals before, if you use capitals and small, mix it, it doesn't go. But now I think there's Tableau has updated it to work.
okay.
But there's no point trying it. Then do and again.
And no.
No,
No, and okay, no,
and region.
No, and west.
No. West, yes, west.
Yes, it's right. It's supposed to be west.
Okay, and west or and region not
do
equals
and
to
west.
No,
Fine.
okay.
Sorry.
And region not equals to west. No, don't quote it, eh? And region, then that same sign of not equal. The quote west.
Yeah. The number.
What's the error?
Double quote. Is that double quote? Is it? I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
So,
It's supposed to be single one.
Yeah.
Okay. So apply first. No, don't do okay, apply. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so we have taken it out.
Yes.
So let's wrap everything in average.
Okay. So.
No, like put a bracket in front and put a bracket.
The bracket in
front of the if. No, that's as in front, behind the I of the if. The very first thing on that sentence should be
the if, yeah, there. Bracket, close, open bracket. They put AVG in front.
In front of if.
Yes.
In front of the bracket.
Capital AVG, eh? No.
No.
before the
In
bracket.
front. In front.
Before the bracket.
Oh, okay.
Before the bracket.
Then close
Then
it at the
close
end.
at the end. And no, not there. Where
In
you
front
have
of the end. Okay. Here?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Error.
So you have to take this.
You drag it out and drag it back in again. Click OK. Click OK.
No, below.
Drag the average plants out.
Mhm.
Then drag it back again. Change it to a table.
That's one.
How do we calculate average? Victor, what's the formula for average?
Average is the entire thing, then divide by the number it occurred. Number of times
This total divided by the.
yes, you add everything, then the number of time that it occurs, the number of occurrence.
Okay, so let's go back to that calculation.
No, go to where it is in measure. Average plant for exception. The drop down.
Has it taken?
Edit
No.
the calculated field that we have.
No, see, you guys are right. You guys are right. So the reason why it's showing this one is because you have this feed in the view. If you remove the region now, it's going to compute very well. Let me remove the number of plants. You guys are right. Now, but it's supposed to aggregate the two, and I mean, you guys are right, okay? Because an average of an entity of itself is one. If we like bring in like let's bring in this state here, you're gonna start showing you one, okay? But your calculation is right. I need to find out why this one here is showing this one, just one. But the calculation itself is right. But the only thing I will say I will have done differently is if I did this now. You see, if you are calling a field from the same member, like you have this region here, I won't say you use and. You can say or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. But only when you are combining two fields, then you use and. But if you are calling member of the same field, you use or. Okay. Okay. And then here, let me remove this. Average again. Okay, and then here, don't use, since you say if it's greater than, this might be right, but for me, I'll just say you can just use equals to here. Equals to, so, because if you use less or greater than for two members of the same field, you don't know how that field is going to be pulling in. So we are saying, okay, we are saying if
it's not equal to that.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'll just, what I was gonna say, let's bring in that the region here. Where's the region again? We don't want, we only want Midwest. You can just hard code it to say if this is Midwest, right?
Midwest.
Midwest, or This is close to northeast, right?
Okay.
Northeast. So at least you know that you are hard coding the region that you want, since they are just more
Okay.
than one. Because that equals to greater. I cannot, unless I have to like dig into the data for me to know how Tableau is using that to pull in. You know, so you see now that we only have for this region here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which
so
is the same thing.
if I remove this now, you should get one. But this is good, okay? But this gives you guys an idea of how to like loop into logical calculations. We will do some more tomorrow and use some kind of LODs, okay? Use some kind of LOD. Any question on this? Do we, Bayo and OJ, do you guys understand like logical calculations?
Yeah, I had to bring out.
Okay. And no, okay, tomorrow shall we will discuss that, because since you guys have mastered your dashboard and all that, for the new class, I can give you guys like a touch point. Go and do this and build a report for it. You know, go and build this and build a report for it, and then that will get you your hands into calculations. Okay. OJ, any question? OJ still here?
No, I just need to. I'm still here. I just unmuted the microphone on my side.
Okay, all right.
I need to watch the
Okay, I'll upload this video, if not
video.
tonight, maybe tomorrow morning, but we will
get
do
it
some
better.
more tomorrow. Okay, basically read the questions, try
Okay.
to understand what they want you to do, and then just write the calculations. Okay, but this will be the next chapter for you guys. Logical calculations, how to write those calculations by just thinking, look at what you want to and pass it out. That's it. You know, you can also pass those logical calculations into parameters. You know, I mean, it makes your life a lot easier. But we'll continue tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Good
You
night,
have a good night.
everybody.
Thanks, Ejiro, for showing up today.
Thanks, Ejiro, for showing up.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Good
everyone.
night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.